hello. I hope that everyone is doing well. It's Wednesday. It looks like it's going to be a rainy Wednesday. So, out in the hallway, but then I realized I need to start in the classroom. So, we're going to go back into the classroom for a bit. So I'm going to set this down here. So, but yeah, nothing too exciting. Getting your grades updated. I think you guys have the end of the quarter next week. So I'm getting those up to date. The reason why I'm here, because I made a giant one of these that I'm gonna hang up in the hallway. And this way I can put, when you guys sell, I can put more than one of you. Some of you have sold a couple. Some of you have sold contracts like on the same day. This way it gives me more space to write. I can probably even break it up into name-wise. So hopefully by the end of the day today that this will be hanging up, and you can come and those of you that come over here can come and check your contracts out. So all right, so we're going back out the hall. So we're gonna kind of you're gonna still have you're still gonna do your NPK measurements until I tell you to stop, and then we are going to turn those milk jugs into another assignment. But I want that wheat and barley to grow a little bit more. So I should show you. Going back and forth, things are coming to me at last minute. So when I talk about when your barley starts to look, or your wheat starts to look like this is agronomies right here. The milk jugs they really planted a lot. Can really no longer handle it because it's too tall. It's too top heavy, so and the roots doesn't have enough space for the roots to grow. So, but yeah. But anyways, I'm going to go back out here. Now we can get started. So we're going to move on to, it sticks with kind of like marketing, exporting. Currently working on an assignment with the 8th grade. They do a simpler version of what you guys are going to do. It's really not that too terribly difficult. I kind of find it fun. Kind of learning how trade works and so on and so forth. So the 8th grade, if you look here, everything, I know I could just probably use the North Dakota in the map, but why not be over the top? So all their products come from North Dakota. If you can see, there's string right here. It all starts here in North Dakota, and then the kids pick a country other than the United States to ship something to. So I always start out with my seed grain ball that we use. I can move this closer here. So I could probably even get closer here. So we look here. So the seed grain ball, in this ball contains 1 acre of seed. And the country that I have is Egypt. They import a lot of grain seed so that they can seed their fields. So they import a lot of seed from the United States. And of course, with North Dakota being big in agriculture. So in here is 1 whole acre of seed. And then up here is a GPS tracker. Okay. It hooks to a bottom of a plane or a helicopter, depends on how you want to do it. So here's this GPS thing. It has a GPS device on it. Then like each grain ball is associated with an acre. So here's a field. This field has 9 acres in it. So what this does is this 3, it says 3 here, will land, there's sensors all the way around, will land in the center and then blow. so it will blow, so the seeds will go throughout the acre. You know, there's the net will incinerate. There's all these sensors, so the ball knows exactly where to go. So there's a sensor in the middle of the field, and then there's sensors on the corners of each acre. Okay. Then kids tell me, for example, this ball is a North Dakota crop. It's used when springs were wet, so that it speeds up seeding. Okay, it's dropped with a plane and explodes on impact. Fields are lined with sensors. Some of the 8th graders are getting done here. So this is Claire. She couldn't think of a product to send, so she developed, she has Togo. It's right here. It's this little pink country right here. They import a lot of oil. So they had 8th graders, they have to make up their own thing. So she made up this thing where this holds 1 million gallons of oil. And then there's these tanks over in Togo. The plane doesn't have to fly, doesn't have to land. It just fills and then leaves. So there's no stopping to go. What else do we have here? Here, Japan also imports a lot of oil. This group of kids made a lot of like shipping type things. So we don't have to, it's just kind of like a rocket. We just hit a button and it transports. Does it say how many gallons? I don't think. Something I'm gonna have to ask him how many gallons this holds, because he didn't write on there. So it just ships the oil over there, and then when it gets over to Japan, it releases parachutes, so it lands safely there. Here's another oil, another canister. A lot of these kids are making a canister. Some of the kids are making products. So you're gonna be doing something similar. Today, I'm just gonna send you this and a set of questions. You're just gonna read this and answer the questions, and then we'll go from there. So start thinking of a country that you want. No two people can have the same country. So if you have a country that you want, you might want to text it in the group saying that, hey, I have this country and that's mine. So the only country you can't have is the United States. So you can have any other country. So you're going to be doing something similar. They just do it on little note cards. You'll be doing it. Yours ends up being a little bit bigger because we talk about exporting and importing from that country. So keep in mind, last year, if you pick a country that has a lot of trade restrictions with the United States, you're going to struggle. So, don't pick North Korea. It can be practically impossible to do the assignment. Even though Russia's huge, we kind of have trade restrictions with Russia. Iraq and Iran, we have trade restrictions with, so keep in mind those countries that we have issues with. Maybe not pick them, just because you're gonna get more frustrated because when you send it back. Because when you pick countries, I also go out and research your country, so that so if we're trading something. If you're trading something back and forth, importing, exporting that to a country that we do have issues with, and I think, oh, he's importing a product that country where we won't accept it. Or you're exporting to that country where you can't export to, like I don't think we can export to, we can't export anything to North Korea. I don't know why we would even choose North Korea. It would be very difficult because that country is so, there's so little information on that country. So, so stick away from countries that we have issues with. So another country, keep in mind that we have issues with is Venezuela. I don't know if it's as strong as it used to be, but boy, did they, at one point, did they hate the United States. So keep that in mind. So maybe pick countries that you know. So, other than that, I'm gonna send you this, read this. I'll give you a set of questions to answer, and then we'll be good to go. We'll see you tomorrow in a video.